I have to pee. And this is my stall. I'm gonna pee in my stall. I'm gonna pee in my stall.
One eternity later.
Ah, that burned a lot. That burned a lot. Wow, that burned so much. That was crazy. That was a crazy experience. I can't believe that I was. Oh my gosh, is it... There's no way. That's not who I think it is. Hey, have we met before? I swear, it is you. Oh my! It's so good to see you. It's wow. Psych! Just kidding. You thought I was happy to see you. You thought I was actually you think I was coming here sweet as pie that I'm so happy. Well, you're wrong. You're wrong, motherfucker. You're wrong. Well, well, well. Looks like quite the elephant just walked in the room. And I hear you want to learn about GMN's inventory system. I guess I can help you out, you little tickle fart. But you're gonna have to keep up, because I'm gonna make this quick and it's not gonna be easy. Let's get into it. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. It's the most obvious question. Drew, how am I gonna open my inventory? Or probably even, Drew, is it pink? And while that second question is a little bit concerning, it's still an extremely valid question. But while we beat around the bush of that question, we're gonna start to open our inventory by pressing the I key. This is going to bring you directly into the loadout tab, which is where you'll be able to find not only equipment, but weapons, melees, and cosmetics too. Now, as you can see within my inventory, there's an example of every item tier, ranking between standard, specialized, superior, high-end, ascended, cosmic, and planetary. Oh, and extinct too. Each different tier of item is going to offer you a different range of inventory credits, also known as IC, and it's specific to each tier when you're deconstructing those items. So you're going to get less for standard equipment than what you would get for planetary equipment. In order to use, deconstruct, or equip items, you can just right-click and then left-click the corresponding options that appear. In the case of equipping items though, you can easily just drag and drop whichever item that you choose into its respective item slot. And that's just about everything that there is to learn about the loadout tab, at least everything that you should need to get started. But there's more to this whole inventory thing than really meets the eye. The upcoming 5 tabs are all pretty self-explanatory in my opinion. The player tab is going to display your stats and level. The shop tab is a place for you to spend your IC for in-game items. The gamble tab, I mean, come on dude, I don't really need to explain that shit to you. And dailies? Your dailies tab is where you're going to find all your daily objectives to earn IC and experience. Now, the settings tab is where I'm really going to need you to lock in. Because if you want to have the best experience, I have a few recommended settings for you, and these settings are going to be highlighted by some flashing exclamation marks in the top left of the screen, so be sure to pay attention. Now, when you're in the settings, you should be able to see 10 to 11 separate tabs. I say 10 to 11 because you may need to enable your developer mode to be able to see your dev settings, but more on that later. I'm sure you noticed that here in the general settings, it's pretty concise and very much just personal preference. However, if you end up finding yourself getting bored due to playing the same 5 maps all the time, you can always cope hard as fuck just by turning on the invert map setting, which it's really just going to flip your map horizontally, but it's kind of fun to relearn the map in this way. Moving on to the gameplay settings, you're going to find that most of these are also personal preference, but I will say the automatic bunny hop and the outline effects settings have changed my gameplay drastically. Definitely something that I would recommend that you turn on. Now I know this is going to come as a shock to most of you, but under the HUD settings tab, it's going to be mostly personal preference. You may have noticed some horrible visuals that you get when you're taking damage, so I definitely recommend that you turn on the custom red screen when damaged. This just gives you more visibility when you're in a gunfight. Really nothing too special. The inventory, additional UI, and item drops tabs are all things that you can look at on your own time. But under your chat settings, there's an unbelievably important setting that you absolutely need to turn on. And that setting is gangsta speech. You may think I'm joking, But without this setting enabled, you just play worse. Your life goes to shit, your friends stop calling, and quite frankly, you probably have no street cred. And with that, there's only really 4 tabs left. None of them are too important, but the dev screen is pretty special. The dev screen has a specific setting that allows you to reskin and paint items that you couldn't have done by default, so I definitely recommend that you turn that on. In the event tab, this is where you're going to find your God event and your Tracer event. God events are basically just challenge-based systems that are going to earn you higher tier weapons leading all the way up to planetary tier. And the Tracer event is just a round-based reward system for playing on the server. This is where you can earn a chance to win a rare cosmetic crate to use onto your weapons. The Battle Pass tab changes regularly with the time of the year, so be sure to keep your eyes peeled so that you can receive unique and rare items that you wouldn't be able to get through opening crates, and that you'd only be able to get through leveling up in the Battle Pass. If you've been enjoying your time on the server and you want to show some love to the owner, you can always open the supporter shop and make an exchange for in-game items and currency. This also helps keep the server alive, so if you want to show your support, you can do so in this way. Yeah, it's just another day. You know, I work hard, teaching the community, you know, putting it into practice on what it's like to be this talented and funny and interesting. So, newbie, what do you think? What do you think? Were you able to keep up? Did you learn everything you needed to know? Of course not. Of course you didn't. You think you deserve this bread? I'm gonna eat this bread. This is my bread. You got more? You got more bread back there? I'm gonna go eat all your bread if you don't mind. I'm gonna eat it all. I like bread. You know, and you're stupid. You